How's it going, everybody? My name is Fox McCloud, and here we are with part 3 of my second and final awesome video called the Top 40 Top 40 Amazing Natural Phenomena. See, I told you guys I was going to get mixed up with that at some point. But anyways, we got to go from 24 to 12. But before we do that, I want to tell you guys something. We've noticed that on the Mario and Luigi React to Part 3, Mario and Luigi React to Natural Phenomena Part 3, we realize that only has 3 views, and we know exactly why. Mainly it's because at the time whenever that part was recorded, Soundshot 3459 was using that big laptop that had a problem with it that would always turn itself off for no reason whatsoever. So I guess during that video it canceled off on them. And so then I think Soundshot 3459 re-recorded it, and he got it correct this time. But he accidentally uploaded the one that had the video cut short instead of the one where it went all the way through. So, guys, I hope you guys don't get mad at Songshot 3459 for making an error in one of the videos. Just try your best to picture what it would have been like if Part 3 went all the way through for the Mario Brothers and the Natural Phenomena. Because Songshot 3459 is unable to go all the way back. Because if he did that, because to do that, he'd have to go back through and delete all his videos. Because, he likes to upload his videos in order. He doesn't like, order. He doesn't like uploading them in random order. He likes to upload them in order. Like, if it has to do with a reaction video or something that has part 1 or part 2, those have to be in order. But if it's like extra videos, like, reacting to a random plush event or something, that could be in any order. But these videos that have parts in them have to be in correct order, and if there's an error in either one of them, Soundshot 3459 should fix them. But he didn't notice this in the part 3 of the Natural Phenomena with the Mario Brothers, so he accidentally uploaded the wrong one. So guys, just please try your best to imagine how it would have been if it went all the way through. But don't worry, the rest of us didn't make that mistake. The rest of us got it correct because we're using the proper laptop now, and this one doesn't turn itself off for no reason. So anyways, yeah, so let's go. We gotta go to 12. So here we go.
Pulum Caillat, Turkey. Pulum Caillat, 11 miles north of Denizli, is Turkey's foremost mineral bath spa because of its natural beauty.
Okay.
The travertine features have their origins in the shifting of a fault in the valley of the Menderes River. As the fault shifted, very hot springs with a very high mineral content arose at this location. Apart from the slightly radioactive minerals, the calcium and hydrogen carbonate react to create calcium carbonate and limestone. This is what gives Pulum Caillat its whiteness and created pools. Named the Cotton Fortress, it has been a spa since the Romans built the spa city in Hierapolis around a sacred warm water spring. The antique pool is still there, littered with marble columns from the Roman temple of Apollo. With such a unique combination of natural and man-made wonders, it's a little wonder that Pulum Caillat Hierapolis has been made a UNESCO World Heritage Site. With over 2 million visitors annually, it is also Turkey's single most visited attraction.
If y'all heard a noise in the background, please ignore it.
Blue Flames, Indonesia. Indonesia's Kawah Ijen volcano has become famous due to the blue flames that appear at night. Many people confuse the fire to be lava, but the luminescent glow is the result of sulfuric gases. The phenomenon has been recorded for a great many years, but it has most likely been active long before the midnight hike was a common pastime. A 2-hour walk is required to reach the rim of the crater, followed by a 45-minute climb down to its bank. The sulfuric gas escapes through cracks and combusts at temperatures up to 600 degrees Celsius. The combination of the gas and our atmosphere creates the stunning blue effect. The flames can reach up to 16 feet. Some of the gas condenses into liquid sulfur, which continues to burn as it flows further down the mountain slope. It is the largest blue flame area in the world, and local people refer to it as blue fire.
22.
Cave of Crystals, Mexico. The Nica mine of Chihuahua, Mexico, is a working mine that is known for its extraordinary crystals. Nica is a lead, zinc, and silver mine, in which large voids have been found, containing crystals of selenite as large as 4 feet in diameter and 50 feet long. The chamber holding these crystals is known as the Crystal Cave of Giants and is approximately 1,000 feet down in the limestone host rock of the mine. The crystals were formed by hydrothermal fluids emanating from the magma chambers below. The cavern was discovered while the miners were drilling through the Neka fault, which they were worried would flood the mine.
Oh.
The Cave of Swords is another chamber in the Neka mine, containing similar large crystals. Geologists report that these natural crystal formations are incredibly complex, yet simple.
Okay.
They have a magical or metaphysical personality independent of their chemical structures.
Nice. 21.
Sailing Stones, Death Valley, California. Located in a remote area of California's Death Valley National Park, the heavy stones appear to move across the dried lake bed known as Racetrack Playa,
Racetrack player.
leaving a trail behind them in the cracked mud.
Alright.
The rock's apparent movement has been blamed on everything from space aliens and magnetic fields to pranksters. But no one has actually seen the rocks move, which only adds to the mystery. Scientists have tried to solve the puzzle of the sailing stones for decades. Some researchers thought the dust devils might move the rocks,
Alright.
some of which weigh as much as 318 kilograms. Other researchers believed the strong winds that frequently whip across the vast lake bed could cause the rocks to slide across the ground. These and other theories were eventually disproved,
Okay.
leaving scientists without an explanation. In some cases, the rock's trails were measured to be as long as 820 feet. Some of the trails formed a graceful curve, which other trails created a straight line. Then an abrupt shift to the left or right, which further baffled researchers.
Alright. Number 20.
Blood Falls,
Ah!
Antarctica.
That's kind of gross.
Blood Falls is a bright red waterfall oozing from Antarctica's ice. It's nearly 5 stories high in the Mercado Dry Valley region, one of the coldest and most inhospitable places on Earth. Scientific tests showed that Blood Falls waters contained almost no oxygen and hosted a community of at least 17 different types of microorganisms thought to be flowing from a lake trapped underneath the ice for some 2 million years. Trapped below a thick layer of ice, they have remained there ever since, isolated inside a natural time capsule, evolving independently of the rest of the living world. These microbes exist in a place with no light or free oxygen and very little heat, and are essentially the definition of primordial ooze. The trapped lake has very high salinity and is rich in iron, which gives the waterfall its red color. A fissure in the glacier allows the subglacial lake to flow out, forming the falls without contaminating the ecosystem within.
Number 19.
Lake Hillier, Australia. Lake Hillier is a pink-colored lake on Middle Island, the largest of the islands that make up the Recherche Archipelago off the coast of Esperance.
Okay.
The lake is about 600 meters long and is surrounded by a rim of sand and dense woodland of paperbark and eucalyptus trees. The vibrant color is permanent and does not alter when the water is taken in a container. The source of the pink color is considered to be due to the presence of the organism Dunaliella salina, a microalgae. Another hypothesis is that the pink color is due to red halophilic bacteria in the salt crusts. Despite the unusual hue, the lake exhibits no known adverse effects upon humans, so it's perfectly safe to swim in. From above, the lake appears as a solid bubblegum pink, but from the shoreline, it appears more of a clear pink hue. The shoreline is also covered in salt crust deposits.
Okay.
Sea of Stars, Vadu, Maldives. The startling pinpricks of light which shimmer upon the shore of Vadu, Maldives is a result of phytoplankton, marine microbes which are bioluminescent. The cytoplankton cell membrane responds to electrical signals, producing their eerie yet beautiful glow. The marine phenomenon can be best seen during moonless nights. Scuba divers can wave their arms or run their fingers on the sand while under the sea to cause a reaction on the glowing planktons.
Alright.
The sea of stars is usually referred to as bioluminescent waves and has been reported in San Diego, California, and even Texas.
Texas?
The phenomenon of the glowing ocean has fascinated sea travelers for a long time. Folklore from Northern Europe, Southeast Asia, and the South Pacific include reference to it. Whether on land or sea, however, bioluminescence is another in the long list of those curious traits of our planet's organisms.
Nice. Number 17.
Red Sea Beach, Panjin, China. The red grass genus seaweed defines the unusual and impressive landscape in this Chinese city.
Cool.
Shallow seas and tidelands attract thousands of migrating birds to the biggest wetland and reed marsh in the world. Every autumn, the 26-kilometer-long area of nature reserve turns all red. The incredible Red Sea Beach lies on the bank of the Liao River. Seaweed matures and gains this crimson red color in September. During summer, it remains green.
Alright.
The Red Beach is located in the biggest wetland and reed marsh in the world and actually hosts the most completed ecosystem that can be found. The area has become home to more than 260 kinds of birds and 399 kinds of wild animals.
Alright.
You can find the endangered crown crane and black-beaked gulls.
Cool.
Which is why the area is called Home of the Cranes.
Okay.
In order to keep the whole ecosystem safe, the area was granted state-level protection back in 1988.
Number 16.
Thors Well, Cape Perpetua.
Oh.
Also known as the drain pipe of the Pacific, the well is actually a hole in the rock that only appears to drain water from the ocean. In reality, the huge hole is likely only around 20 feet deep. Even if the well is not quite as magic as it may seem, it still manages to produce absolutely amazing sights, but it is not for the faint of heart.
Okay.
The sight is said to be the most spectacular when it's at high tide, or during storms when water washes violently over the rocks and falls back through the hole.
Okay.
During these sudden torrents, unsuspecting visitors to the site run the risk of being swept right into the maelstrom, in which survival seems very unlikely.
Because they drown.
Regardless of the risks,
Yep.
photographers and nature lovers alike continue to flock to the stunning fountain in the hopes of getting that perfect shot of the aggressive waters that live up to their namesake's stormy personality. Thors Well is also called the Spouting Horn.
Number 15.
Lake Natron, Tanzania.
Dang, the Mario Brothers made it
Lake
here.
Natron in Tanzania is one of the most serene lakes in Africa, but is also the source of some of the most phantasmagorical photographs ever captured. The alkaline water in Lake Natron has a pH as high as 10.5 and is so caustic it can burn the skin and eyes of animals that can't adapt to it.
Ew.
The water's alkalinity comes from the sodium carbonate and other minerals that flow into the lake from the surrounding hills. The color of the lake is characteristic of those where very high evaporation rates occur. As water vaporizes during the dry season, salinity levels increase to the point that salt-loving microorganisms begin to thrive. Such halophile organisms include some cyanobacteria that can make their own food with photosynthesis as plants do.
Okay.
The red accessory photosynthesizing pigment in the cyanobacteria juices the deep reds of the open water of the lake and the orange colors of the shallow embankment. The lake is the only regular breeding area in East Africa for the 2.5 million lesser flamingos, whose status of near threatened results from their dependence on this one location.
Yeah, and that's where the Mario Brothers ended up getting their video cut short. So the rest of these didn't count for them.
The Wave, Arizona.
So I'm doing it for them.
The Wave is a sandstone formation on the slopes of the Coyote Buttes in the Brea Canyon Vermilion Cliffs, located in northern Arizona. The undulating strata and spectrum of colors found in the sandstone walls of the Wave date back to the Great Pangean Desert of the Jurassic period, about 160 to 180 million years ago. Wind and water erosion carves, smooths, and reveals layers of sand left as great dunes, which then compact and mineralize into stone. While the wave is a smooth, polished bowl of striped, wind-swept sandstone, the same exotic rock is displayed in numerous forms, shapes, colors, and patterns throughout the guided hike to the phenomenon. Despite the sheer landscape of the wave, casualties have been reported due to the dangerous unmarked trails and staggering rock faces.
Oh yeah, because they fall off and fall to their death. That's kind of sad.
Dangjia landforms, China. These mountains are part of the Zhangye Dangjia Landform Geological Park in China. Zhangye Dangjia is known for the unusual colors of the rocks, which are smooth, sharp, and several hundred meters tall.
Alright.
They are the result of deposits of sandstone and other minerals that occurred over 24 million years.
Okay.
The result, similar to a layer cake, is connected to the action of the same tectonic plates responsible for creating parts of the Himalayan mountains. Wind, rain, and time then sculpted extraordinary shapes, including towers, pillars, and ravines, with varying colors, patterns, and sizes. The landforms look very much like karst topography that forms in areas underlain by limestones. But since the rocks that form Dangjia are sandstones and conglomerates, they have been called pseudo-karst landforms.
Alright.
In 2005, Zhangye Dangjia was voted by a panel of reporters from 34 major media outlets as one of the most beautiful Dangjia landform areas in China.
Yeah, and this is where the Mario Brothers should have stopped. But anyways, yeah, guys, I feel kind of bad that the Mario Brothers didn't make it this far, because as you see, they only made it to 15, I think, which was where that Lake Natron was. So they didn't make it all the way to 12 like they should have. But at least I did it for them to pay tribute. But anyways, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll be going to part 4 for this, and I'm not. I think we're going from being at this part 4. I think we're going from 12 to 3. I'll have to check, but as far as I know, we have to go from 12 to 3. But anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys in part 4. Have a good day, everyone.